Hello and welcome. My name is Tiffany Grove and I'm with the Wellness Grove, so welcome here. Let's find a nice comfortable seated position wherever you are. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And you can begin to exhale, release, let it go. If you want to, you can close the eyes here. Notice the breath. Start to deepen the breath. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale, release, let it go. Notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the body. Maybe it's in the shoulders, maybe in the neck or the lower back. Wherever it may be, let's take a few deep belly breaths, releasing and letting go here. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, release, let it go. Again, sending the breath to any tight or tension spots we might be holding on to. Knowing that when we clench those spots or those areas and we hold on, we can create pain. But also knowing if we send the breath there and release and let go, we can do the opposite. Focus on the breath. Focus on releasing and letting go. And just softening in those areas that we have hardened a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, release, let it go. So focusing on the breath, taking 10 deep belly breaths here. Think about expanding the chest, expanding the ribs, and then expanding the belly. Being with the breath here. And sending the breath to those tighter tension spots. You can start to think of those areas. Maybe start to picture your body. And then picture a bright green light surrounding that area. Again, staying with the breath here, taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, release, let it go. Breathing here into this space. Sending it to those tighter tension spots. Noticing your body. And then picture that bright green light surrounding that area. Deepening the breath, take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, release out. Breathing in through the chest, in through the lungs, in through the belly. If you want to take the right hand to the heart, left hand to the belly, you can. Noticing the breath. Noticing the heartbeat. Feeling those shoulder blades slide down the back. And then just be with the breath here. scanning from the top of the head down to the toes. Just start to notice here. So you can either keep those hands where they are or bring them off by the side, maybe palms face up as your willingness to receive. Again, scanning the body here, we're going to go from head to toe. Notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness. Use the breath here. So starting at the top of the head, just notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness. And breathe here into this space. Start to release and let go. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. So again, throughout this body scan, you can always come to that belly breath. So notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the forehead. Breathe here. Release here. Taking a few deep belly breaths. Expanding the heart. Expanding the lungs. Expanding the belly. And then just notice if you are just covering yourself in that bright green light. So notice if you're holding on to anything in the face. Maybe it's in between the eyes, near the jaw. Wherever it may be, let's take a few deep belly breaths there. Again, think about expanding the heart, expanding the lungs, expanding the belly. Breathing into this space. Start to feel the shoulder blades slide down the back. And then notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the throat. A lot of the times we become enclosed here, so breathing into this space. Softening, releasing and letting go. Taking a few deep belly breaths here. You can picture this bright green light surrounding the throat area. Breathing into this space. Releasing and letting go with each breath. So notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the shoulders. A lot of the times we bring the shoulders up, so think about releasing them down the back. Again, notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness here. Sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is upon our shoulders because we're holding it in the body that way. So notice, breathe here, release, and let it go. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Send it to the shoulders, releasing them down the back. Breathe here. Release here. Let it go. So notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the chest or the heart area. A lot of the times we roll our shoulders forward to protect ourselves. Sometimes it encloses us off, So notice if that's sometimes what happens. Roll those shoulders up, back and around. Open the heart, open the chest. And then just start to come back to that breath. Take 10 deep belly breaths here. Really focusing on expanding that chest here. Open, release, and let it go. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. Again, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Creating space here in the chest. Opening up a little bit more. And then just notice if you hold on to any tension, any tightness in the back. Maybe it's in the middle back. Maybe it's in the lower back. Wherever it may be, let's take a few deep breaths here. Think about softening that area. Breathe into that space. And if you would like to, you can picture that bright green light surrounding you, giving you some comfort. Breathing here, releasing here, letting go. So notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the hands. Maybe it's in the elbows or the upper arm. Wherever it may be, think about releasing and letting go here. Sometimes we clench the hands, not realizing it, so releasing the hands. Breathe into this space. Release it, let it go. Again, being with the breath here, we're going to take a nice deep breath in, filling the lungs, filling the rib cage, and then filling the belly. Notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness, maybe in the hips. We're going to breathe into that space, releasing, letting go here. Opening and expanding. And visualizing that green light surrounding the hips, swirling up the body. Creating space, creating peace. Breathe here, release here, let it go. Notice if you're holding on to anything in the belly. A lot of the times this comes out as gut issues, abdominal pain. Just breathe here. Give it a little love. Breathe into that space. Just notice, taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Deepening the breath. Sending it to the belly. And then start to notice if you hold on to anything in the glutes. Maybe it comes out as being tight and hits the lower back. Wherever it may be, let's take a few deep breaths here. Think about softening, releasing. Let it go with the breath. And take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Release the shoulders down the back. Breathe here into this space. So notice if you have any pain, any tightness, if you're holding on to anything in the thighs. Again, this can come around and seem like lower back issues as well, or hip issues. But breathing into this space, taking a few deep belly breaths here. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, begin to let it go. Release the shoulders, release the neck, release the hips. So notice if you have any pain, any tension, any tightness in the knees. We're going to breathe into this space. Think about releasing, letting go with each breath. Notice the body without judgment. Send the breath there. Picture that bright green light surrounding the body, so surrounding the knees, moving all the way up the body. Comforting the body. Notice, release, let it go. So notice if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the calves. If you are, just breathe here into this space. Again, notice the breath. Taking nice deep belly breaths here. Sending it to those tight or tension spots. And then noticing if you're holding on to any tension, any tightness in the feet. A lot of the times we have injuries to the feet, which cause other injuries in the body. So just notice. Breathe here. Release it and let it go. Take 10 deep breaths here. And then if you'd like, you can picture that green light swirling around the feet, moving all the way up the body. Feeling comforted by the breath. Release, let it go here. Just start to notice, without judgment, where the body is right now. Notice if you're still holding on to any tension, any tightness. If you are, that's okay. Take a nice deep breath here. Try to soften that area. Send the breath there. Let it go. Breathe. Taking nice deep breaths in through the belly. Expand expanding the rib cage, expanding the chest. Breathe here, release here, let it go. Then I want you to notice where the mind starts to go. Sometimes when the body stops, the mind starts to go. Sometimes we have stories, maybe patterns or habits. So now focus on the mind. Focus on the thoughts. And then just think about letting them go. Almost like you're watching a movie or a story in front of you that you have no emotional attachment to. You're just breathing here, you're the breath. Think about the light surrounding you. Taking 10 deep belly breaths here. Focus on the breath. Focus on the expansion. Focus on letting go. So breathe here. Release here. Let it go. Beautiful. So we're going to take one more deep breath in. Starting to focus on the body again. Notice if there's any spots that you can create a little bit more space. Start to focus on that area. Send the breath there. Release, let it go. Breathe into this space. Picture that green light surrounding the body, swirling all the way from the feet, clockwise up the body. Moving past the hips, past the belly, moving past the chest, moving up the throat, and then just encompassing the whole body, almost like a nice big hug. Feeling love and supported here. Come back to that breath. So make a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Deepen the breath. So if you're in a nice, comfortable seated position, start to think about grounding the pelvic bone here. Breathe here, release here, let it go. Pull up on the abdominal. Feel those shoulder blades slide down the back. Breathe here into this space. Release here into this space. Let it go. So, switching from the body to the mind, notice, again, if your mind ever goes anywhere. Sometimes we go to our to-do list or our checklist or the things we need to do outside of this room. But knowing if we focus on the breath, focus on self-care, that whatever we need to do out of this room will be taken care of. And probably at a higher capacity because we filled ourselves up. Take a nice deep breath in, releasing the mind just for the next few moments. All that is here is your breath and your heartbeat. The body is not here. The mind is not here. The problems are not here. The people are not here. It is just you and your breath. You and your heartbeat. Take 10 deep belly breaths here. Feeling that expansion. Releasing and letting go. But then also filling ourselves up with those inhalations. So you can picture letting everything out of your body on those exhales. Release it, let it go. And then think about taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, filling the body with everything you need. It's almost like cleaning out a house, reorganizing to create more space for more things, for better things. So just picture this. Taking a deep breath in, filling the body with everything that we need. And when you exhale, release all that no longer serves you. Creating space in the body. Creating space in the mind. So we're going to end out this class with another 10 deep belly breaths. Focus on deepening those inhalations and those exhalations. Think about releasing, letting go. Feel those shoulder blades slide down the back. Open the heart. Expand here. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, filling the body with all you need, all your desires. And exhale, release all that no longer serves you. The things we hold on to. When you're ready, you can begin to bat the eyes open. I'd like to thank you for being here today. Again, my name is Tiffany. Namaste. Again, so this is an energy exchange. We do have an offering basket at the back of the church, so if you want to just leave there, that would be great. Thank you again. Have a great day. Stretch it out.
Going to the coffee shop per week per family is at least $72 to $85 a week. Therapy is $100 to $250 per week or per appointment. Dinner out is $65 to $110, and that doesn't even include the alcohol. Theater for entertainment, 2 people, $80 to $132, and that does not include the cost of dinner before. First Unity, a place, a beacon, a lighthouse, the heart of this city and the heart of this nation and of this country and of this world, teaching people to awaken and live their empowered and amazing selves. First Unity, that gives you food, spiritual food, that can transform you from the place you are to the place you long to be. First Unity, the teachings and the tools that allow you to let go of addictions and habits and things that are in your way, so you may be free, so you may fly, so you may live boldly and brave and loving right from the core of your heart. What is the value that you place upon such a place?